3 years into my marriage to one of the Shin brothers, and my best friends to the other, the woman they'd never gotten over came back. At the family dinner, Caleb Shin, my friend's husband, landed a vicious slap across her face for defending that woman. When I rushed over, Anna collapsed into my arms, sobbing so hard she could barely breathe. Phoebe, I can't take this anymore. That bastard hit me. He actually hit me for her. I have to get out of here. What about you? I thought of Damien Shin, my own husband. His growing coldness since Isabel Thorne returned, the nights he never came home. A bitter smile touched my lips. If you're running, I'm running with you. We planned for weeks, a secret whispered between us. Finally, we were on a plane, slipping away from it all without a soul knowing. But as I settled into my seat, my eyes met a face as cold as a glacier. Damien. Just like that, we were dragged back and locked in a dark room in the Shin manor to reflect on our actions. As I racked my brain, trying to figure out which part of our perfect plan had gone wrong, Anna's voice, small and weak, broke the silence. I'm so sorry, Phoebe. I did it for your own good. For a moment, I didn't process her words. I just stared at her. What are you talking about? Anna was already terrified of the dark. My flat, emotionless question was the final crack in her composure. She shrank back, finally confessing in a timid whisper. Please don't be mad. Damien, he's the head of Shin Corporation. The man is terrifyingly smart. He knew something was up with us for ages. The day we left, I had just grabbed my suitcase and opened my door, and there he was. A face that could freeze hell over. He was waiting for me. You know how scared I am of your husband, especially when he gets that look. He started grilling me, and I was too terrified to even lie. I told him everything. I couldn't believe it. Our escape had been sabotaged from the inside. A firestorm of anger raged in my gut, but one look at Anna's face, a canvas of genuine fear and remorse, softened the edges of my fury. A headache began to throb at my temples. I rubbed the bridge of my nose, forcing my voice to be gentle. Then why didn't you tell me on the way to the airport? If he knew, we could have just cancelled the plan, thrown him off our trail, and figured something else out later. But now look at us. He has all the leverage. At the mention of this, Anna's own anger flared. It's all Damien's fault. I thought, okay, even if he was going to stop us, he'd just take you back. I never imagined he'd interfere with me. I'm not his wife. Such a naive thought. That was my best friend. Wonderful in every way, but so naive it bordered on foolishness. The Shin brothers' father died young. Damien, as the eldest, saw himself as a father figure to Caleb. Once he knew our plan, how could he possibly let her go? Especially after the scene she'd made at the family dinner just days ago. If she left alone right now, what kind of rumors would start flying? I sighed, closing my eyes to hide the wave of exhaustion. I had poured so much of myself into planning this escape. Anna watched my face, her own expression crumbling, on the verge of tears. She suddenly threw her arms around my legs, her pout dramatic. I'm sorry, Phoebe, please don't be mad, okay? I was just trying to do what was best for you. Before I told him, I thought about it really hard. Damien is good to you, you know? He gives you anything you want. If you'd really run away with me, we might have had to struggle for a long, long time. I couldn't bear the thought of you suffering, so I figured, if you stayed with Damien, at least you'd be protected. She paused, her face twisting with bitterness. Besides, Caleb obviously doesn't want me anymore. I'm sure Damien told him about our plan the second he found out. But look, Caleb didn't even react. He didn't try to stop me. He didn't care that I was leaving. It doesn't matter if you escape or not. But him, he really doesn't love me anymore. Her tears extinguished the last embers of my anger. My heart ached for her. I pulled her into a tight hug, about to offer some comfort, when the door to the dark room was kicked open with a loud bang.